Hello and welcome to my channel today. I still remember your one friend Asanta. So somebody asked me what motivated me into writing a book. Just like you all know, I just published my first book on Amazon, Beyond the Red Earth, and somebody asked what motivated you into writing that book. And that's the question that I want to answer today. What actually motivated me? Yeah, I've always told a lot of friends, close people, my story, how I grew up and how I got myself where I am today. And at any time that I tell those stories, I notice that people get motivated. I've equally had a couple of friends that will always tell me, your stories is really inspiring and it's motivating. A lot of people need to hear it. So that made me to understand that there are experiences in life that will be a great life lessons to other people. To people who are passing through difficult moments or people who are doubting themselves. So that was what motivated me into trying to write that book. Initially, I wanted to make it really my own story, but at a point I decided to make it a fiction. Because even though most of the things in that book are things that I experienced firsthand, but apart from my own experience, I equally see a lot of people in my circle experience that kind of life growing up. And I've seen a lot of them who were able to break out of that cycle. I equally see a lot who are stuck in there. So in my life, I believe in lifting others up when you are already up. So my motivation is to use this story to inspire other people to know that no matter your circumstances, no matter your background, it's not what will define you. That you are from a poor background doesn't mean that you will remain poor all through your life. You may not come from a rich home, but you can tell yourself that my children are going to come from rich home because I am going to be rich. I am going to be successful. So most times growing up, well, we never had anything growing up, but I always had dream. I always had dream of becoming somebody in life. Thanks to my mom, who always believed in me, who always saw the potential in me, and she always remind me how amazing, how good and how talented I was growing up. I don't ever forget that. So I'm using this book to learn my voice, believing that my voice could make a difference, that my voice could be a clarion call, could be called to people who are already trapped, who are still trapped in their background, people who feel like there is nothing left for them. This book is a way of telling them that there is something for you. It's all in your hands. It's all in your hands to see beyond where you are. It's in you to tell yourself that I can do better than here. It is in you to dream big and pursue that dream. Nobody should stop you and nothing should stop you from dreaming big. So I want people to look at these stories and be inspired that if Zipporah could do it in this story, that they themselves could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. I passed through, like, I can't say it enough, that I passed through difficult moments growing up. There are so many aspects of my life that when I look at today, I'll be like, how did I even make it? Both as a child and as an adult. Even as an adult, I had so many obstacles in my life, so many roadblocks that I don't even want to talk about yet. But when the time comes, I will open up and talk about those difficult moments. But I never gave up. I never gave up. I never for once gave up on myself. I've always seen myself as that big person, that one woman that will make a difference. So my story is just beginning. That is my motivation. I don't know if that motivates you. I don't know what it is that you are passing through. I don't know what it is that your story is, what your background is. Your parents are poor, You are homeless growing up. You don't even have anybody. I remember Steve Harvey used to tell us how he was homeless at a point. Yeah, there are so many people who have been homeless, but they were still able to turn their life around. Some people have gone to school from homeless shelters because they believe there is hope for them. They believe there is something there for them. So you don't just give up on life. You don't give up on life, or you keep giving excuses for why you should not make it. No, rather find excuses why you should make it. Yes, find excuses why you should make it. When I was growing up, yeah, we didn't have much, and I didn't even have relations. There was nobody to give me money. But there is one thing in me that I always see as a treasure. I believe I am intelligent. I've always told myself that I am intelligent, even if I'm not the best in class, but I've always seen myself as an intelligent person. I've always seen myself as somebody who can stand before a crowd and talk. I have always seen myself as somebody who could teach. So I keep telling myself, even if nobody could give me anything, that I believe that my intelligence can take me to places. That one day I will be able to stand and talk to people, great people of great heights, to mighty people. I've always dreamt of that. I've always seen myself like that. So you today, just like the story of Zipporah in my book, Motivate. When I was writing that book, at the point I started tearing. I was like, this is the reality of a lot of people. But to all people who were able to dream beyond their environment, I give you your flowers. It wasn't easy. If anybody tells you it's going to be easy, it's a lie. It's not going to be easy at all. It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of sacrifices to be made, a lot of late nights, a lot of crying, a lot of pains in the body. But I tell you, it is all worth it. Go for your dream. Tell yourself, even if they say it is just 1% of people that succeed in life, tell them you are among that 1%. And that is the thought I've always had. Whenever they say, oh, this thing is hard, when I get out, I'll tell them, if there is one person who succeed in this thing, I am going to succeed. When I ventured into DevOps in the US, DevOps is it's very difficult area though. Like the jobs and it's hard to come by, the interviews. But I tell them, if there is one person who gets a DevOps job, I will be that one person. So don't tell me how hard it is. I don't want to hear about how many people who have gone to interviews and they never succeeded. I am going to go to the interview and I will succeed. If I don't succeed in one, I will try again. If I don't succeed, I will try again. I will keep trying until I make it. And also, I don't ever forget the God factor in my life. God has all the glory. Yes, I thank him for all his wisdom, all his favors, all his grace. But above all, I always dreamed hard. So those are your dreams. Let nothing stop it. Let nobody dim it. And while you are that, check out my book on Amazon, Beyond the Red Edge. It's just a small book. It's just a small book. It won't take you time to read. Just a day and you'll be done with it. Just about 50 pages book. But I'm telling you, this book is really going to do a lot in your life. All right, let me let you go for now. And do have a beautiful rest of the day.